Hello and welcome to Bad Wolf Girl Sits and Knits, episode 160. My name is Meg and I will be your host. You're joining me here on a hot Maryland day. Ugh, I can hear the bugs screaming outside. I guess it's the cicadas of the season, that kind of like, I don't know if you can hear them in the background. They're not terrible, but sometimes it just sounds like they're so loud. If you can't tell, I am just putting out all of the like Halloween vintage vibes today. I am over summer. I'm also like 5 months pregnant and everything is warm and I dislike being extra hot. So yeah, I'm so ready for fall. I am like engineering it into my life. Speaking of, so I have my skull mug today. This was a purchase that I got at my 30th birthday when we went axe throwing. It was awesome. My 30th birthday, and you bought the drink and you got to keep the glass, which I thought was awesome. I mean, it was like a $30 drink, but I don't even care because I wanted this glass so bad. And actually, I think you got this and a refill. It was 2 drinks and you kept the glass. So anyway, it was a perfect memory. I regret nothing. I love my glass skull mug. I think he's so creepy cute. So today I have an extra large coffee, and this is a brand new brand. Not sponsored, was not sent to me. I bought this with my own money, and I am going to give you my honest opinion. So I found Crazy Cups on Amazon. They were shipping through there, and basically it seems like a brand that did those K-Cups, but recently has offered full bags of coffee for, you know, regular coffee pot people that don't have Keurigs. So I was looking for a pumpkin decaf coffee because I love pumpkin coffee. I am on a low to no caffeine with the baby, and I just kind of wanted, I wanted to keep my caffeine levels low, and so I've been looking for decaf coffee. I got a 3 set of decafs. I will go into this later, but this is a pumpkin caramel. So good. I put it with some caramel creamer. I'm so happy right now. I love Bones Coffee Company. I'm a diehard fan. They do have decaf coffee. There's just not a lot of selections. There's probably only 2 or 3 that are decaf flavored, you know, like fun flavors. And the Highland Grog was the closest I could get to a fall flavor. And the butterscotch caramel thing is great, but I was really just looking for pumpkin. So until their pumpkin comes out in decaf, I had to scooch ships. My husband's just like, oh my gosh, are you cheating on Bones? I'm like, shush. Don't tell them. I love Bones Coffee. I really do. Neither of these are affiliates, by the way. I just like coffee. So it's pumpkin caramel. I think it has that great kind of like, spicy is the wrong word, that like pumpkin-y type of flavor, pumpkin spice type of flavor on the tongue. The caramel kind of softens it, so it's not very sharp. Even before I put creamer in, I took sips of the black coffee just to give you an honest opinion, and even that tasted really good. So if you're a black coffee drinker, I would still recommend it. But yeah, so happy. But I'll tell you more. I got 2 extra flavors. I'll fill that all in later. We've got a lot to talk about in the podcast. Right now, it is the 26th of August, and I start back to school in a week. So that is Gypsy setting off the alarm. Somebody moved. It's like the alarm that someone was walking on the trail outside in the back of our house 30 feet away. So dangerous, right? I mean, no one ever sneaks up on me, I'll tell you that. But anyway. We do have a Cal still going on. It's closing quite soon. It is the Bad Wolf Girl Christmas in July 5. All you have to do is take a photo and use the hashtag to participate in the Instagram giveaway. I have 3 physical prizes that I'm hoping to mail out, and I am hoping to do about 8 drawn prizes that you'll get a choice of pattern from my shop, and I'll just email it or Ravelry mail it over to you, whatever is easiest. Okay, so yeah, that is going on still. I'm drinking yummy coffee. I have some finished objects. I have some ideas. I have a new cast on. I have been crazy. I did my hair. I have been rewatching Sabrina, the Netflix version, and Zelda, her aunt, has the most incredible like wet set brush outs every single episode, and it just makes my vintage heart just so happy. And so when I got a shower yesterday, I was like, I'm going to wet set my hair. So I grabbed all of my pink rollers and I rolled it all up, and I left it in all afternoon. And then I took the rollers out because they are, they're not the most comfortable to sleep in. And the roots of my hair right here were starting to get quite sore. So I took the rollers down, wrapped my hair around my finger and pin curled it with a bobby pin in, and then wrapped my head in a scarf. And then put my eye mask on to hold the scarf on. But my swoop turned out very nice, just on and off the face. The curls are super fluffy. I brushed them with a wide comb brush. You can also just do your fingers. And it's just, yeah, it's feeling very vintage, because vintage hair used to be kind of fluffy. Like, this was a look. So this is not one of my like structured hairstyles. This is more like everyday high schooler at 31. But yeah, so my hair's done. I was like, well, my hair's done, I might as well podcast. So I just finished up the Bellish vlogs, which I'll talk about a wee bit here, but I would prefer if you watch the like 3-minute vlog that's gonna go up over there. And then I'm gonna share all of my things here. So I guess another sip of coffee and we can get started. Now, we also have a knit crate at the end of this. Stash enhancement, stash being coffee. Yeah. All right, so what am I wearing? I am wearing the Blaster cardigan by Andi Satterlund. She is under the Untangling Knots handle on Instagram. She has not been posting recently. I don't know why. I hope she's okay. But she does have a stunning amount of cardigans and pullover collections on there. If you like vintage styles, her and Poison Girls, Amy Apple, are both really, really top-notch, wonderful designers for a nice vintage style. I will have to stand to show you the whole thing. So let's just talk about this. One, the yarn. It's Glazed Carrots, Malabrigo, Rios. So with Malabrigo Rios, which is the same as this, you're gonna get a sort of like a DK Sport weight. Looks really great on a US 7 or 8, but can get packed as tight as a 6. But for me, that gauge is very tight on a 6. And I really liked it best on a 7. And then in blocking, a 7 really worked best as well. So it comes with these cute little eyelets that go down the sleeves in the front and on the back. And then when I stand, you can tell why I like to call this, well, I kind of call it a pumpkin cardigan because I feel like a pumpkin, but it has these great little details, but they come to like a point, and this makes me feel like a pumpkin. Those little like pull throughs. See the back. Things still fit fine, but I feel a little bit like a pumpkin in this. Now, it's buckling here, and you might wonder why. Well, the neckline was really lower than I wanted when I finished the garment, and that was, I think, blocking. I mean, blocking is magic, right? Don't get me wrong, but the whole thing was just a little bit too loose for my taste. So within this, I ran 2 cords. So I started in the back of the neck, came forward, looped it back, and then tied them in the back. And so this, if you could feel it, is structured. It has a piece of string going through it that is knotted in a circle so that it gives you this sort of shape, and the yarn only, it stretches, but it only stretches so far. So it isn't going to fall out or go any further than this, which is what I wanted. So I don't have my buttons yet. I did pick some really gorgeous ones. They're shipping from the UK, so it could be a couple of weeks. We'll see. They are, in photo, an orangey, warm brown color, and they are not etched, they're like cut out. They're laser cut, it looks like, type of thing. And they have little, like a circle design on the around, and I thought that would go really nice on this button band side. In the meantime, I have been sticking a pin through it and just holding it closed as I wear other dresses, but when I wear V-necks, I don't really like that look. Like I would close the cardigan completely and leave the bottom open, or I would close the bottom, that more likely, I would close the bottom and leave the top open with my skin here. So that's kind of how I would run that. Yeah, after blocking, everything smoothed out really nice. The lace parts really opened up. I'm just so pleased with it. I only had 3 skeins, so that's how far I could get the sleeves. I have a ball about that big, it's probably 2 grams left. I did a sewn tubular bind off that has snapback, but it's not too tight, which I'm appreciative of. This had like a pucker before I blocked it, and now it lays much flatter. It's not ideal that it is directly in my elbow crease. It's not the most comfortable thing to have something directly in your elbow crease. A lot of times this rides up just a little bit so that I don't feel it, but I had absolutely no more yarn. That was as far as I could do the sleeves. You can kind of see it on, yeah. I couldn't get it any further. So with this one, I want to make another blaster. I want to make this one. That's what this yarn was set aside for in 2016. And I did it, and then I realized that it was going to be huge, and I frogged the whole thing. Rather, I had my mom frog it because I was so mad at it. I had gotten all the way to the button bands. Like, I'd done a lot of work. So I had 4 skeins of green. I used 20 grams, I think I used it for Star Wars, actually. Yeah, this is the green. When I knit up the dog sweater for Star Wars, that green was Yoda. So this was like 20 grams of the skein that disappeared. Oh my gosh, I love these so much. If you are interested in checking out the Star Wars book that my sweater, The Order of the Jedi, is a part of, all links will be down below. And I have a Disney book coming in October, and I'm so excited. So here for it. But yeah, so I only had 3 skeins of orange. I have 4 skeins minus 20 grams of green. I think I can get at least bracelet length, if not wrist length sleeves on that one, which I'm really excited about. I do want to do the blaster cardigan again. I would probably just cut, I can see a hair here. I think I'd probably cut the last 6 stitches off of this section. So I would cast on 12 less stitches on the back. Yeah. And I think that that would just zhuzh those shoulders in just a little bit further. I think that they should start here, not here, but not the end of the world. I knit the smallest size on a US 7, so that was like a 34 or a 30, 32. I think it was a 32 or 34. And my bust is closer to a 39, 40, 41, depending on what I'm wearing. So really, the fact that like a 30 was fitting me, it's like 10 inches off on my gauge. That's how thick this yarn is. You really should be getting 24 stitches per 4 inches, and I think I was only getting 20 to 18. So big difference. Gauge matters. But I am thrilled that I was able to make it work because this cardigan's making me so happy. So yes, the Blaster cardigan, and I am obsessed. And I just wanted to wear it with something really, you know, fun and cute. And I was feeling the vintage. I mean, my hair was so vintage today. I was like, I have to have something vintage on. Didn't feel right to throw a t-shirt on with this kind of hair. Do you know what I mean? Like, needed more. It's funny how much, like, my hair is probably down to here, but like that's the spring back when I curl it. Like, I lose so much length. It's not a hair podcast, but I know you like, well, some of you like hearing about it. So, Blaster cardigan. I was really, really excited about it, and I finished it in like 6 days. Blocked it, love it, wore it around the house a bunch of days. Yeah, no regrets, nothing. Okay, so that was one. I finished the pair for my niece. These, I keep calling them mermaid socks. They're not. It's Cupcake Karaoke by Knit Picks Felici. And right now her feet are like the size of the blues and her legs would be the purple. So it would fit something like that. And her birthday was Monday, and I obviously missed it, but I had already gifted her birthday gift, so I wasn't worried about that. And I'm gonna see her in October, and I'm just going to give it to her then. When I was finishing up the second sock, I grabbed the wrong blue. Oh, no, yeah, you can. So I grabbed the wrong blue. This was the first, this is the second. Womp womp. Not the end of the world. I really don't think the 2-year-old will care. And my excuse is going to be that now you can tell which foot is which. I don't know. It's really not that bad. It kind of looks on purpose because I didn't do a contrast anywhere else. Kind of looks purposeful. I'd like to go down a few more stitches and knit up a matching pair for my other niece so that they can match. I think the moms would love that, so that's on my to-do list. But I've been coming down from the baby sock chain a little bit. I was working, I really wanted to work on the Bellish sweater, which I got that done, so I'll show you that one to you. So yes, it's that one. Okay, so the only other thing that I finished would be the Bellish sweater. So I did just show this off. I won't talk about it. It does need a block. It still has some puppy hair on it. I want to get a nice finished photo. Probably a flat lay, but if not a flat lay, then I'll do my like holding up picture. But it came out really, really cute. It's a drop shoulder sweater, all designed through Bellish, and it will be available through Bellish as a free pattern because that is what Bellish does. And I added these cute little Slibermen on there as well. And I'm just absolutely in love with them. I used Celestial from Knit Picks. If you would like to shop through my link, I do have that down below. I very recently advocated for myself and was able to get a Knit Picks affiliate link, and I was really excited about that because I love Knit Picks and I recommend them for a lot of things. And anyone who clicked on the link and bought themselves a little something, I'm very grateful. Thank you so much for supporting my shop since I haven't been dyeing yarn. That's taken a huge hit on my entire life. I do have an update going this Saturday where the Ursula yarn will be available that I dyed back before I was pregnant, and I've got some other like leftovers. I have like 8 skeins of Nebula that are lighter. They're paler than the originals. So I have not quite Nebula. And then I've got some silver, some black, some three that are like primaries, and then a lot of D-sash. I don't know if you can, no, they're behind here. No, I don't think, maybe you can. I don't know. Right in between this and this, there's 2 bags, and those are all things that I pulled for D-stash. So I've photographed and labeled a bunch, and then I also have like big bags that I just grabbed all blue yarns and all red and purple yarns, and those will be going up as like bundle mystery bags. Like you'll just get a smush of mystery yarns. And I hope that goes well as well. So we'll see how that goes on Saturday. I did just release the Atlantica cowl, and it's available for 20% off, no coupon code needed right now, which I think brings it to like $1.60. So you can either knit it in a tube and seam them together, or you can cast on the whole thing and knit it down and put it over your head. So there's 2 different options for that. And if you want to just go check it out and maybe put it in your queue or add it to favorites or something, that also helps. So that will, all the details and such are down below. Etsy, Ravelry has that at the moment. Yeah. Okay, so that is finished, which is like pretty good, right? I have one more. Almost forgot. The hanger's getting heavy. I have the Baby Nico hoodie. So it was based off of the Baby Nico hoodie, but I didn't want to knit it bottom up. So I started from the top down with like a raglan, joined it, and knit down the body, which you saw. Then I put this fun little pocket on. So cute. I did kind of an I-cord slipped edge for the pockets. I wanted it to be a little bit thicker. So I slipped the last 2 or 3 stitches on every row. I picked up and knit the bottom row of that pocket right from the fabric, and then I picked up stitches on a needle and Kitchenered them to the top of the pocket, and you can see that. I thought it would be more seamless, but it's probably because I didn't pick up the stitches fully or the right way or something, but it's okay. And then just wove in all of those ends, finished the sleeves, which I think I had done last I showed you. There's like a pucker there. And I had Kitchenered the hood closed as well previously. The hood itself is pretty good. I realized once I had started, I thought I knew what I was doing, but I had not followed the directions, and you were actually supposed to be increasing into the hood, and I was like, oh. So then I like panic increased rapidly to try and like get more depth for the back of the head. It's fine. It's fine. But it's something that I would pay more attention to next time. I used Asphalt Heather Brava 500 US 8. 9? Oh. 8 or 9. at least an 8. And it turned out really, really good. So this is on the 24-month hanger. I have a top under here that is a 3T. So you can see it's, you can see on the back better because it's blue. You can see another inch would make it a 3T. This is probably a 2T, which is fine. The width wise, it says it'll fit up to like a 4-year-old. And I think if the t-shirt weren't here like this, I think it would be fine. You wouldn't even know. So like a onesie, pants, and this hoodie on, I think it would be great. Though maybe they're not wearing onesies at 4, I don't know. Like a shorter tee, like an undershirt. Do an undershirt, pants, and then this. So anyway, so excited. This is not my pattern. Again, Baby Nico hoodie. Other people recommended the Montrealer, which I was gifted by Akira. Thank you, Akira. So I'm really excited to read into that pattern. That is an in-depth pattern. It's gonna take some brain space. But her hoodies turned out so cute. And then there was also the Wallaby, which that's actually how it got started. I was watching an old episode of the Legacy Fiber Arts podcast with Chelsea and Sue. And Sue was knitting like her 4th Wallaby sweater for family. And I was like, ooh, I really love the idea of doing a hoodie. So I started looking for hoodies. I found the Baby Nico, which looked exactly like what I was looking for. But then once I started reading it, I'm pretty sure it was bottom up and I didn't really want to do that. So I went rogue, but I have just been having so much fun. I uploaded an in progress photo of this and I was blown away with how many people were like obsessed with it. But yeah, these little pockets, I made them as deep as my hand because I figure a 4-year-old's hand can't be bigger than mine. So, and I tried to give it a little bit of, like, I didn't want it to be pressed too flat because then you can't fit things in. So I tried to leave almost a bubble of space here. I can't tell what you can see because it's so dark, but I tried to leave like a bubble of space here so that one could put things in pockets. And then this just has to be washed and it's done. I'm so excited. I can't wait to add it to the sweater collection that I've got upstairs, which is getting extensive, like a little bit ridiculous, and I'm sorry, not sorry. But yeah, so Baby Nico based hoodie, kind of started with raglans instead, came out perfect. So let me hook that on there. And I think that's everything I have finished. So then this one was done. You saw this one, I think. Yeah, pretty sure. So I have this stripy sock by Nomadic Yarns, and I have blue cuff and toe, which I'm really excited about. And I've started the second one, and as promised, it is green. So it's going to be just matching mine because I have the same pair upstairs, and I have a green toe, heel, cuff, blue toe, heel, cuff. So I've started with green. Patrick picked this charm to go on it. And I'm using this green stroll from Knit Picks. And this is how much I have left. So I'm going to go ahead and knit that up. Very exciting. I think actually, so I had counted out to make sure that I had the middle, right? But I noticed that I trimmed some of the yellow off because there was a knot like I had tied. And I was like, oh, maybe that won't be comfortable. So I had cut it and started from there. So you can see how much yellow there is here. Yeah, it's a lot more, isn't there? It's a whole stripe. So now the socks will be one stripe off almost. I don't know. It really won't matter, again, kid, but I'm just wondering what that will mean for the end. So that's kind of like a watch and see. So I'm working on that one. I've had my Go project here for Patrick's Christmas socks. I don't think I showed these off the last time, so I wanted to make sure I grabbed them. I made some progress. I did. I'm not sure how big they were the last time you saw them, but this was just from the baby shower on Saturday. Right there. And this is I'm Your Boyfriend Now, Nancy, which is a horror movie film that I'm not really familiar with. I think it's Freddy. But it looks so Christmassy with that like bright green and red. So I'm leaning into it hard and I'm making it work. And I'm making these super creepy Christmas socks for Patrick, who is not in the house and I can yell about it. He's at an appointment. So this has been my like car knitting. I've just been throwing that into my bag so I always have something. I never know where to put things down once I show them. Try to get them out of the way. Try that. Okay. From there, I also grabbed, this is one that you've seen. It's the little vertebrae. I have not washed this yet. But this is Once Upon a Corgi and Dragon Horde yarn held double. So in my Stitch and You handmade original bags, I remember buying this bag. It was one of the first ones I got and I loved it. And it has this cute little fabric on the inside and all little monsters on the outside. I started a everyday slouchy beanie, except I'm holding 2 strands of fingering weight together instead of a mohair. And so this is Slutty Pumpkin. This is Slutty Pumpkin plus Gabby's yarn, which is like I think it's a Celtic word from Outlander that I don't know. So it kind of like gives it this different look. So for one, Slutty Pumpkin's too orange to match. But if I fold it, which it will be folded, it'll be a folded brim like this. So when I fold it, it will be closer to that color, which is not the same, but closer. I was hesitant to use up everything that I might need to fix this, but is this more my color? When I watch this in the playback, I'll be able to, yeah. I think that this one is more my color than this. I think this might wash me out too much if I actually used the 2 of them. So this is Gabby's. And I have the pom-pom that Tristan provided / I bought. And that is the pom-pom that'll go with it. So it'll be like this, like, I don't know. I thought it would be a cute little fall set to have. I love these colors and this pom-pom together. That's not the issue. It's not really an issue. The issue is that I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure about this coloring together. Suddenly it looked so gray, and like these 2 blended really well together, and for some reason this didn't look as blended. So I'm a bit torn. I'm gonna watch that playback and see which one kind of looks better with my skin tone. But I think Slutty Pumpkin itself is a bit too much. But when I fold it under and have this going, or like this going, I think it'll be okay. But I cast this on the other night because I needed something mindless and you just knit in the round. Oh, I have an adorable little pumpkin charm from Simply Serving. This is her round 2 of the Pumpkin King after she and I had done the charm collection, and it's actually much lighter and smaller than the first ones because she's gotten better. But I love him so much. Said Simply Serving. So I started it and I wasn't sure, and then I wasn't sure it was gonna fit, and then it looked huge, and then I was like, okay, maybe I'll put it on a longer cord and try to put it on my head. I am still pretty sure that this is too big. But I just stopped basically. I wasn't enjoying it as much as I wanted to. I had been looking forward to doing this for so long, and then I was doing it and the colors didn't look right, and I just didn't, this wasn't looking like I thought it would, and the hat feels like it is too much fabric, and I was just having a moment with it. So that was this. I don't want to like rip it out before I showed you, but I just like really wasn't sold. I wasn't sold on it, which was a shame, because I was so sure for so long exactly what I wanted, and I was so in love with this, which, you know, maybe that is the way I go. Maybe I just rip this out, Slutty Pumpkin becomes socks, and I grab the other skein and I go ahead and start in on that, perhaps. So that was there, and then I was still feeling all these like spooky fall vibes, and I had been stash diving, and if you've been watching for a while, you will remember that in January, right before I started grad school, I started the Denna shawl, which is this gorgeous cabled stunner, absolute gorgeousness. And I got maybe like so far in, you know, and then I started grad school and I realized that like cables were way too much for me. Way too much for my brain after doing school and doing projects, etc. So once I realized that, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna keep this. I don't know how I'm ever gonna finish it. But I absolutely love the yarn, and I had had it sitting and staring at me for a while. And that was this sort of gingerbread color, pumpkin spice, cinnamon, yeah. But this was a one-off. I had dyed 3 skeins of it, and I think I was dyeing it for someone else, and it didn't come out right. This is what came out. I loved this, but this was not what the order was, so I re-dyed whatever. I think it was butterbeer or something. I re-dyed it. It wasn't, whatever it wasn't correct. So, or maybe it was Bronze Age. I bet that was it. I bet I was doing Bronze Age and I overdid it on the coppery type of tones. So this is the first ball. I still have 2 full balls. My worry is that they are not my 273, but my 246, which would significantly change the yardages that I have. And it kind of, you can see like my nerves here. The wraps and the stitches pretty much line up with the gauge that I was getting for my llama sweater, which I counted out and I weighed and I put in at the end. I think I had about 816, 820, 840 yards of the main color that I used, and those were full length sleeves. Now, and I actually, the body I think was 20 stitches too big. I think I could have cut 20 and I would have been okay. So I went ahead and I cast on another version. I will be releasing this as a download. It's a Frankenmash of numbers from the adult sizes, patterns from the younger sizes, but now that I'm creating kind of like a fall collection, I think I'll just I'll release them together. Another knitter that has my patterns and has test knitted for me for years now, came up with this blend, this combo, and when I saw hers, I fell in love. So she grabbed the ghosts from the mini Halloween heart, the sizes from whatever version pattern she had of one of my DK sweaters, and started smashing them together to make herself an adult sweater. Absolutely. So that's basically what I did. I have restarted. I am kind of in between names. Sometimes I call it the Mostly Ghostly. Sometimes I call it Grinning Ghosts. I'm very obsessed. I never got to test knit this chart. No, I'm a liar. I put it on an ornament. I did, and I think I gifted that ornament last Christmas. But I did test the ghosts once, but I never got to put it on a sweater, and I have consistently thought that this would be just the dish if I put it on a sweater. So good. The whole meal, just num num num. And yeah, I really, really, really love that idea. And after I saw Amber's, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm bitten. I am bitten in the butt hard. But I didn't want like a bright orange again. I already have another one upstairs that's bright orange. My Sabrina's bright orange. And I was like, I don't really want another bright orange. And this brownish, pumpkinish, only 3 skeins. So options are cropped sweater, which I probably won't wear because I don't tend to wear my cropped knits unless it's a cardigan, because then I can like breathe. I always end up either like too hot or too cold if it's a cropped, fully closed sweater. So I just got to the sleeve split this morning. I went ahead and did that. As you can see, the yoke is, just really fun. It's obviously unblocked. I think you can tell how wrinkly it looks, but I also think that it will block out beautifully. Like the llamas were very lumpy and they blocked like a charm. So I am using stash yarn here. It is a silver that I had. I think it used to be called Patronus. This is a DK Stellina that I don't know where it came from anymore. It might have been Wool to Die For or something. And I dyed it back in like 2015, 2016, when I started the shop, 2016. So this was one of the first things that I had DK Stellina. DK Stellina wasn't very popular. Why? Because I wasn't designing DK sweaters yet. So I wasn't providing for my own sale. But anyway, so this is that kind of, like, it's kind of like a silvery thing. It does have Stellina glitter. It does have silver Stellina in it, which I really love. Then I've got this kind of like, it was Bronze Age, I think, that went deeper, so I'm calling it gingerbread. This one is not mine. It is like a brown gray, like I think it was called like something like the Woods type of name, and I got it at my first Maryland Sheep and Wool, but I don't remember. It might have been Neighborhood Fiber Co., but I'm not 100% sure. And then the black is Knit Pick Stroll held double with Stellina black. So that is the little hearts up here and some dots, and then the little oohs down here. Yeah. To say I am obsessed is like an understatement. I've been working on this for 3 days maybe, and I am coming to the end. The one ball has gotten me all the way through the yoke. Nice. What I might do now is chop this off and save it for connecting the sleeve so that it's the exact same yarn and I can fade it depending on how much I have. That's actually a genius idea. I just came up with it and I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna chop that off and join I'll join 2 new balls, and I will alternate through because I am not positive that my dye job was as even as it should have been because they were one-offs. Can't believe I only have 3 skeins. If I had 4, I wouldn't be worried, but I'm very worried with 3. I'm pretty sure that I can get through the body. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do more than just ribbing after Like I think I just have to rib it and cut it. So this might have to be the first thing I actually wear a long sleeve underneath. I don't have any, I don't own long sleeves. I don't like how they feel. Well, I have a lot of long sleeve sweaters, but I don't have like long sleeve undergarments. I don't really like how they feel on my arms. So I'm a little mad, but persevering. I think I can really make it work. I might just wear like a hoodie over it, like a sweater on a sweater. Oh, shoot me. Anyway, I've dove in. I'm done. Like I'm in for it. I will rock it either way. If I have to like carry a shawl around, wear a long sleeve, so be it. Maybe I can get one of those like cropped long sleeve things that look ridiculous in my opinion, but would you know, be fine underneath, like less clothing underneath so I wouldn't overheat. That's my secondary worry. I don't want to overheat, but oh my goodness. Okay, all right, I'm gonna put it down, but I'm really obsessed. I'm obsessed. I am. And you can see all these ends that I have to weave in. This is also a curse of the Sabrina. But do you know what you can do? You can be like super lazy and just knot them. So I have done that on 2 already, where I just took the ends and the beginnings and I knot them off. Overall, my floats don't look too bad, I would say. But that's how I'm going to handle most of these tails. You can also braid them down and then knot them at the end. But when you're wearing it inside, sometimes that's harder to ignore. But I only have 3, 4, 6 ends. It's not terrible. Not terrible. It looks like a lot when you hold it up, but it's really not too bad. And now I am I'm in stockinette, which I wanted to get to. I really pushed to get to the stockinette portion before grad started back up for the fall so that I would be able to watch videos and just knit. And I could do fully long sleeves, but then I might have like a belly shirt. And again, I don't think I would know how to wear that in colder temperatures. I think it would actually make more sense for me to knit the sweater and put my coat on and go for a walk. I think that would be a look that I could probably get behind. So crop that, do that. Yep. It's coming along. I tried to podcast early because I thought I didn't have a lot to talk about, but this video is getting long. And that's everything I've really been knitting on. I was going through my baby stash upstairs. I have this flax sweater in Knit Picks Mighty Stitch, and this is blocked actually. I washed and blocked it for a friend who then ended up not needing it. Sad. So I just threw it back in the pile for later days, and now we're having a boy, so I was like, perfect. And it's tiny, it's the smallest size, I think. But what I had done, if you've been watching, what I had done is I think I had gone along and rebound off. I think I picked up and bound off these stitches again, and I tried to like tighten the neckline, but the issue with that is now I think it is too tight to comfortably put on and off the baby. So I chopped something the other day. I went ahead and like took it and chopped it, and now I'm not sure, like those ends didn't seem to go anywhere. Nothing's unraveled. I have no idea what I cut. Great. Lord help me. So my thought here is I'm gonna go ahead and take like seam ripper and just get that end and just unpick this and see what's underneath. If they're live stitches or if I have actually just gone ahead on top of my sewn bind off, or cast on technically, my sewn cast on, if I've like crocheted on top, which is what it kind of looks like. Or like, I think I picked it all up and then recast off, like hopping one stitch over, but there's really no wiggle room on it. And I don't know, I guess I could go over and ask Paisley can get over her head, but I do not know how to test for this. So that's now worked its way back into my projects because I just I think it needs something. I got this little Pooh Bear from Simply Serving, and I thought it would be really sweet to add to the baby things. So I have that. I think that's all my knitting. Okay, so bringing it through. Oh, I don't have the combs in right now, but Grip Truth, I've heard about these from other vintage vloggers online, and I just dropped something anyway. The comb is good. The depth is not big enough for this sort of like hair. I have very thick hair. I'm blessed with very thick hair. I'm not complaining, I just have it. And this is held up with 2 bobby pins, and it's kind of not wanting to stay where it is because it's just, I have very thick hair. So yeah, I think I twisted that one weird. Yeah, good enough. Yeah, good enough. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna let you know how that goes, but I think that the Grip Truths are great. I think that they're better for fine hair because things fall out. I personally am gonna need something with like this much comb to really in there. I got a knit crate in. I couldn't believe it. I just had one in. So I guess the mail is catching up, which is really exciting. I hope that means that things are a little easier for them. So I have my knit crate bag. This is biodegradable. So you recycle these, which I love, and I love the color. This is the Indulge crate. There you go. And I got the DK. They recommend cowls, boot cuffs, socks for these. Cowls and boot cuffs for the fat one. It says download this month's issue of Inspiration. So they've stopped physically printing that booklet, which I actually think is a better idea because then you can just print out what you want. And it came with this really nice do what you love magnetic piece. So you could keep it as a bookmark. You could keep it as a pattern holder. I think really it can only handle maybe 2 pages, and something as thick as this, it's working, but it's not totally sticking. So that's my thoughts on this. I think that this is too thick, but I think on paper, like paper, I think it would be fine. But I actually really, really love it. We'll do what you love. Oh, so cute. So I think that's a brilliant little, thing that we're getting. And then I got Audine Woods Mellow. This is Mimosa, 80% alpaca, 20% tencel, bulky weight. And it's this great little tan camel, not camel, like tan stone sort of color. Really gorgeous, feels incredible, like so good. So I'm thinking that this would make a really, really yummy cozy cabled beanie for my mom for Christmas. So I have 2 skeins. It might be enough for like a hat and mitten set or like a hat and wristers type of thing, or a hat and an ornament. Finish it off that way. But I or a hat and a baby hat and they could match. The cutest. So I'm gonna get gauge. It's saying that it would be 12 to 15 stitches, 4 inches on a 9 to 11. So if I start with that kind of fatness, let's say I start with a 9. And I work on how many stitches per inch I'm getting, then I'll know how many to cast on. It feels really incredible. Ooh, it is scrummy. It's just, oh, it's one of those like this is a next to skin, you want it next to skin type of thing. Like you want to be able to just love on this. I bet it would be a really nice cowl too. But for some reason, I'm thinking that this would be a perfect hat. My mom's tried to take up walking in the morning. So I think that this would be just so good to gift her. Yeah. Obsessed. Yeah, this is delicious. I really want to cake these up and start a hat from my Cozy Cable collection, which is a free download, or you can buy it for $1, and it gives you sizes from baby to adult in 3 different ribbed cabled ideas with all those sizes. So you can buy it for $1 just to support me, or you can enter in the coupon code, I think it's Knit With Me, and you can get it as a free download. So there's that. And I think on Etsy, I think I had to put it in for at least 10 cents because it's a PDF. You can't put in anything lower than that. It can't be free. And then I think it's also on my website, which would be badwolfgirlstudios.weebly.com. All links down below. But yeah. And that brings me to the end of the podcast where I get to talk about coffee. So if you've had a great time and you're done, thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for hanging in so long. I will now dive into my coffee persona. Today I'm drinking pumpkin caramel and it's delish. All right, so it's pumpkin caramel spice. And it looks like so. And this is Crazy Cups, which I had never heard of. You can get them at crazycups.com. And it is from New Jersey. That's where the distributor is. Visit our website and join Flavor Nation today. I love flavored coffee. You know me. So intensely flavored coffee. We've made our most popular single serves available in bags. Artisan roasted specialty coffees. Available as regular or decaf, which I'm really appreciating right now. Contain no added sugar, gluten, or lactose, are vegan, kosher, and parv. Over 50 flavors, coffee, teas, ciders, hot chocolates, vanilla shakes for Keurig K-Cup brewers. But they've recently started offering bags, which I got a 3-pack. So the point, the thing that started this is the pumpkin caramel spice. But I really thought I just ordered pumpkin caramel spice. I thought I ordered 1 bag. Then this box shows up. I must have added it to cart and totally forgotten that that's what I did. So I also got vanilla caramel vanilla, sweet and creamy, decadent caramel, delicious, medium roast, decaf, which again, that's what I'm just doing right now. And these are, the packaging's adorable. I'll say that. It's really cute. It's not as cute as Bones, but it's really cute. So I have a caramel vanilla. And the third one I got is cinnamon French toast. So they do smell really good. You can kind of like squeeze and sniff. It told me to. So I'm very excited about finding this brand. Again, all decaf coffee, so that's what I needed right now. I am going to put those into the coffee bar, and this one is going to sit out because it's the one that I'm going to use the most right now. I did have a coffee in one of my blue jars here. I had my chocolate raspberry, which is one of my favorites from Bones Coffee Company. it is caffeinated. You know, like not overly, but it is. So I'm thinking I actually might dump that into a plastic bag and seal it, freeze it so that it stays fresh longer. And I will clean out that and then dump this in there so that I have easy daily. I really like things that are just easy. So I don't even want to unroll this every morning. I just want to be able to scoop and go with my coffee. So I think I'm going to do that. So Crazy Cups, here we go. See how it goes. So far, I really enjoyed it. I had all my coffee today. I'm very happy. I have a little bit more in the pot, just like a hair. So I will finish that off after I log off and then try to assess how long I've been talking and how much editing I have to do now. But yeah, other than that, I think we're up into Babel. Things have been going well. Baby scan tomorrow. What else? Was disappointed over the hat not bringing me as much joy as I thought it was going to. The sweater, however, has been making up in abounds for that. I put in navy as the string to hold the sleeves while I'm working, and I actually think navy would have been a great addition instead of black as well. But I did kind of want that spookier flavor, so I went with black, but I think the navy would have been nice. So that's another color combination I might recommend when doing this. So yeah, it's just been like a working through type of week. I really wanted to make sure that I wrapped up my Bellish knit, which I was very happy to do so. Thrilled about the coffee coming in. Happy to get the socks off the needles. I have not cast on any for my youngest niece yet. So I'm gonna get started on that. I mean, they'll take 2 days, 3 days to get a full pair done. Seriously, like it's not gonna be a lot, but I have school starting next Friday. I have opened up my classes, swapped over, and I was able to open up my school supply list. So I have some software that I need to download, but overall, a lot of it is digital, and I didn't need physical things. And a lot of the software is provided when you have a school affiliated ID. After you're out of school, you're kind of on your own, but I do get like Adobe, and I get Maya and Mudbox, which I'm going to be using for my fall semester. I'm excited and nervous all in one again. Yeah, but the hub's birthday is next week. Totally freaked out. Realized didn't have, the gifts that I wanted, so I went ahead and got some polos for him to wear. And I know the summer is kind of ending, but a polo and a hoodie could be nice to have. And then I also finished those socks a while ago, so I think maybe I'll give him maybe his Mardi Gras socks or the blue socks with the stripes and the green tops, either or. We have 2 anniversaries coming up. We have our wedding anniversary in October and his birthday in September. So those are probably going to be the 2 pairs of socks. So I'm not finishing the Christmas socks in that time frame. He gets Christmas socks for Christmas, but I might go through my tube stash, which I have a lot of, and just try to finish up some heels, toes, and cuffs on some tubes and make up something to have in the wings, because that would deplete my entire sock stash for him that I've gotten together. I also have to finish my Christmas sock. I've been so distracted. I have not finished the ribbing. So, yeah. I've been knitting on a lot of things, and I don't, it's been good. But I have some sock stuff that I do want. I want to get my Christmas socks done. I want to get his Christmas socks done. and I don't think I'm going to be able to cast on any more Christmas socks. I have a pair in the wings that I think I'm gifting to Mom for Christmas because everybody in my immediate Patrick mom get socks for Christmas. Dad never wore his. Patrick ended up with them. And now Mom will have Graham's, and that will be sad. Ugh. Holidays stink after loss. Grief sucks. So we're getting through. Yeah. As ever, reminding you and myself to take it one cup at a time, no matter how large that cup may be. And I will see you soon.